Find me, josemonkey.
You asked me to figure out where this video was recorded, so I did. Hi, I'm josemonkey, and I find people who ask to be found. This video was rough, guys, and the area where this person recorded it does not have very good Google Street View coverage. I knew it was going to be a challenge to find it, but I was hopeful because I was thinking that this might be a country in which I'd never found someone before. Check out the video.
Find me, josemonkey. Can you find me? Find me, josemonkey.
So what can we see? Okay, so first, Chad, I think I'm going to need you to weigh in here. Do we have a blocking violation? All right, check it out. Bro is blocking for parts of the video, but it's mostly that part in the middle where all you can see is sky anyway. And the rest of the video is not too bad. We got less than 50% blockage for most of it. So it's all good. Okay, thank you, Chad. Okay, so even if this person wasn't blocking too much of the screen, this video is kind of a mess. The bright sunlight washes out many of the details, and parts of it are just really overexposed. And the person is moving the camera almost the entire time, but I was able to make out a few details. We can see that this person is standing close to some sort of market selling various types of fruit. We can see pineapple, watermelon, also what appear to be mangoes, and maybe plantains. We can see just a little bit of a sign here. I'll come back to that. As I turn the camera, we can see a bit more of the fruit shop here. I made a note of the metal fencing and gates that we see here. They show us a view down the street in this direction, but there is very little to see. As they turn, we can see these walls across the street, and I noted the following. We've got this door here with this rounded archway over it, and we have what appear to be some advertisements painted on the wall here. This one appears to be for Havoline, which is a brand of motor oil sold by Chevron. They give us a view down the street in this other direction, and this time we can see just a bit more of that sign that I mentioned, and also this other sign that's a bit higher up. Then at that point, I assumed the person was done recording their video and it looked like they were about to stop it. But after a few seconds, they raise the camera once more, and they turn all around again, but they don't really show us anything that we haven't seen already. Okay, so my initial hunch based on everything we see here is that this was somewhere in the Caribbean, but it was really hard to make out any details on this one. I tried adjusting the brightness and contrast to see if there were any frames that might show me more than what we saw initially. And at first, I thought I had uncovered something significant by doing that, because when I manipulated these frames, I noticed that there is a sign here that was almost not visible at first. Nah, bro used the zoom and enhance. Unfortunately, I still couldn't read what it said. Oh, dang, that would have been dope. Yeah, it would have been, but I did use that technique to get a better look at this sign over here, and I was able to figure out that the partial word that we see here appears to end in TAL. Also, I felt very much like what we were seeing here was the type of canopy that you see over the fuel pumps at a gas station. I was also able to get a slightly better look at this higher sign here, and I was able to make out the rough shape of what appears to be a logo, but it wasn't a logo I recognized. Even so, I figured that that probable gas station was my best lead here, so I started trying to figure out what kind of gas station it was. And guys, I just started searching for photos of gas stations in various different Caribbean countries. And when I got to Haiti, I got one result that looked like it might be right to me. There's a brand called Capital that has canopies at their gas stations, which looked like what we might be seeing in the video. And their logo looks like a match too. So I started looking for Capital gas stations in Haiti. I figured I'd start by looking near the bigger cities and just looking around to see what I could find. But I knew I was going to have to rely on the satellite view and any user-submitted photos I could find because there's almost no Google Street View coverage in Haiti at all. I was also hoping that we might see something like that market that we see in the video marked on the map as well. But I didn't really know if I could count on that or not. Anyway, there were lots of gas stations and I looked at several wrong locations before I saw this one in Pétionville, which is a suburb of Port-au-Prince. There was no Street View, of course, and the first photo that Google Maps showed me was this one, which was not very helpful. But as I looked at some of the other photos, I saw this one. Check out this building over here. That is our produce market from the video. And guys, that was it. You were here in Pétionville, Haiti. I was hesitant to call this one at first without further evidence. Fortunately, I also found this photo in Google Maps, which appears to be taken from a drone. That shows this area, including the market that we see in the video. Using this photo, I was able to confirm many of the details, including the market itself, many of the lampposts that we see here, and also that door that we saw across the street that has the rounded archway. And everything seems to match what we see in the video. So I'm pretty sure that's it, which means that you were standing right over here. As I hinted at earlier, this is the first time I've found someone in Haiti, so that means I can add this country to the list of places in which I've found people so far. That brings the total number to 73. Okay, it's time to check which previous location was closest to this one. This time it's a place I found in Season 2, Episode 31, in Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic. That is 403 kilometers, or about 251 miles away from this spot. Guys, go check out the map of all the places I've found for you so far from the videos you've sent me. And if anybody else wants me to find them, record a video where you say, "Find me, josemonkey," or something like that on camera, or hold up a sign that says something similar. And don't forget to tag me on that video.